Hey everybody, Fabs here, and of course the latest news here on the Bengals-Bills game is that it's been canceled. And I talk about fantasy football for a living, so I have to talk about solutions for Week 17 championships. And I know that it means nothing, and I think you should keep that in mind. Fantasy football is fun. It's a game. This was life and death with Damar Hamlin. This was very serious, and so I don't want to seem like I'm being insensitive here talking about fantasy football, but it's what I do, and people are asking questions. So here's my suggestions for commissioners out there. What I'm doing in my leagues, if the game going into Monday night was still up for grabs, I am extending my championships out a week. So you will be playing in Week 17 and Week 18. The combined point total from those 2 weeks will determine a champion. It's for fun, guys. Fantasy football is for fun. And you get another week of fantasy with something on the line. Is it ideal? No. There's no ideal solution here. There's zero. There is not an ideal solution. So why not have some fun? Especially if you're only in a league for bragging rights or for a few bucks. Go ahead and play it out a week. Now, if the game has already basically been determined, even if there are Bills and Bengals still involved, then I feel like the final score is the final score. Say, for example, you're ahead by 37 points and your opponent has Tyler Bass. Tyler Bass is not scoring 38 points. It's over, okay? But in leagues where there is a reasonable doubt in terms of who the winner might be, I think you play out the Week 18. Have another week. Have a little fun. This has been a bummer of a week in the NFL and fantasy football. Fantasy is supposed to be fun. Go out there and play another week. If you're a commissioner and you don't want to do that, you can also base your decision on projected points, which I don't like doing because projections are not always right. Ask anyone who started Justin Jefferson last week. He was probably projected for about 20 points. He had 2.5. But you can do that. You can also, and I don't love this solution either because I kind of think it's lazy on the part of commissioners. You can determine that whatever platform you're on, you will go by their rules. So since the Bengals-Bills game is canceled, anybody who started Bills and Bengals, you're out of luck. And the final score is the final score. Fantasy football is supposed to be about fun. Extend it out a week. Give the team that had a shot to win on Monday night a chance to win next week. And the team that was leading, you shouldn't have an argument against that. You shouldn't. This is supposed to be for fun. Just keep that in mind. Now, if there's a lot of money on the line, I know there's a lot of money on the line in some of these leagues. What you could also do, if you don't want to go the Week 18 route, if it was very close, I would split the pot. I'm doing this in one of my leagues. My opponent had a 5-point lead over me. I had Jamar Chase. He had no one. I'm probably going to win. But because that game is canceled, and we're not going to a Week 18, because I'm not the commissioner of that league, me and my friend have decided, let's just split the pot down the middle. And since he was ahead going into Monday night and the game was canceled, he gets the belt. So he's the champ. But we're splitting the pot. Compromise, folks. It's fantasy football. And you know what? Whatever money you might win in fantasy, go ahead and donate some of it to Damar Hamlin's foundation, if you can do that. So those are my suggestions. Go to a Week 18. Have another week of fantasy football. Have fun. It's supposed to be fun, guys. It's not supposed to be crazy, and I know we're all competitive. It's an unprecedented situation. Go and have fun. Play in Week 18. Or go by your platform's rules, which I don't like, but you can do that. Or you could go by projected points based on your platform, which, again, I don't love either. For me, I want to compete for that championship. I would have competed in Week 17 in a Monday night game that was ultimately canceled. No one knew this was going to happen. No one knew it could happen. We just did not know that this would ever happen. And prayers up to Damar Hamlin. I hope this helps you guys a little bit. And I hope that you will compromise and remember that fantasy football is fun. And at the end of the day, the most important thing here is that the young man, Damar Hamlin, is going to be okay. And commissioners, whatever decision you do make, stand behind it. Because you're the commissioner. And as long as you're being fair, no one can really complain about it. Good luck, everybody. Take care, and God bless.